Hello, I'm Ben Bailey. I've been working with the homeless for it'll be 7 years actually in a couple weeks. In the beginning, I kind of had a hard time, talking to people just because most of them thought I was a cop or something trying to arrest them. But, as time went on, I got to know people. It was, I get to hear their stories and I get to see what they go through. I would say I deal with a difficult population of the homeless. It's more of the further away from the city, so out in the woods, so they're a little harder to talk to and break down some of the barriers to see what's really going on. So that's part of the challenge of pretty much every day and just trying to get their trust and show that I'm here to help. The biggest thing is consistency and accountability. If I say I'm going to be somewhere at 3:15, I'm going to be there at 3:15, even if they aren't there, because I have to show that you can trust, and we have to build that. And it may take a year before I even know anything really about these people, but once we get it, then we're fine, and then that vouches with others in the area, and it kind of just spreads from there. When you go into some of these encampments, it's like you're going into somebody's house, and when they let you in and you hear what's going on with them, the ability for them to talk to me about these things, that's very humbling because you don't really know me. So that may take a while to get a little more information out, but the more I know about them, the better I can help, and I really appreciate them allowing me to come into their world pretty much. The first couple conversations, just letting them talk, I just listen. I don't really want to, sell the pitch or anything like that. Like, this is what I do. I'm from this company, organization, but what's going on with you? And I just hear the story. And may not get that much information in the first, month or two, but, as things start going and we can get them into treatment and then the ball starts rolling and they're like, well, hey, can we do this? I was like, okay, well, let's see if we can get this done and then we can do that. So, and I try to be upfront as possible. Like, this is not going to be a quick process. And, there's a lot of things you got to deal with, but if we can do it, then, I'll help as much as I can.
Hi, my name's Deborah Thursey. I have been at Austin Street Center since July the 17th, 2016. I have been with Miss Monica for a year now. She helped me to learn to love myself again, because all of us women have been through some serious drama, whether it's sexual abuse, drug abuse, alcohol, whatever, serious abuse that traumatized us. And so we looked down on ourselves. We felt like we wasn't worth anything. But she said, no, you're worth something. You're somebody. And she always gave us love. She always embraces us with hugs. She's a very huggable person. But she loves. And she loves hard.
Trust this person.
She come up to me and she just looked at me and gave me a big hug. I said, man, I said, I like this. And she goes, nobody's ever come up and just hugged you or told you that you're loved? I said, no, ma'am. And she goes, well, you are. She goes, I'd like for you to be in my sisterhood. But I looked at her, I said, Miss Monica, I need to talk to you, but I don't want nobody else to know about this. She goes, okay, baby. And I sat down. I cried for about 2 hours. With her, we can do that, but yet feel safe and that no one's trying to hurt us. Her and Stephanie Clinton helped me get an apartment through MetroCare, for mental health. And I wasn't expecting this. And she goes, well, you move in your apartment next Thursday. I started crying. I said, you're lying. She goes, no, you move in. I said, oh, God, thank you, Miss Monica. I said, I couldn't have done it without you. It's a huge step. It's exciting, but yet it's fear of the unknown. She helped me. She goes, there's always going to be fear in your life. But she said, best thing to do is look whatever you're scared of. Look it in the eyes. I can do this. You don't have no authority over me no more. You know what I mean? That kind of picks your spirit up to where yeah, I can do this, She has a special gift. And her gift, she loves showing love and giving love to everybody. Her whole family is a very loving and caring family. And they just show so much love. And she'll go out of her way to help you. And any way she can, she will do that.
Hi, my name is James Hardaway. I was homeless for about a year and a half prior to coming to the Salvation Army. And I was there for like 7 months, so a little over 2 years of being homeless, I guess. And came in contact with my caseworker, Miss Erica Ponce. She's awesome. I mean, she just helped mold me and help me guide me and direct me into the path of which I need to travel. I mean, I'm not going to be the only one to tell you this, but she's awesome. I can't think of anybody that would have anything bad to say about her, just that, you know, she has to spend time with other people. You can't have her all to yourself. You can't, I mean, yeah. I tried. When she took me to where I'm staying at now to get my apartment, basically putting in a good word for me, not really knowing if I was gonna make it or not, but she trusted that I would. I did. I'm doing better, and I keep her posted on a lot of things I do, almost everything I do. And it's just been a great client, caseworker relationship. I mean, it's awesome.
My name is Brianna Swaggart. I've been in Dallas for a little over a year. When I came here, it was very hard for me to find employment, housing. I was in a domestic violence situation, becoming dependent on someone else. And in that instance, I moved into a shelter, which then led me to Miss Lisa and her awesome staff and the team there at HTC. The first meeting that I had was with her and her manager, and they told us, we will take care of you. We need to get you out of your crisis situation and get you into a permanent home, and that's our first priority. And I mean, like, she followed up with us at least 2 to 3 times a week, sent out text messages, calls. I mean, she made us feel like we were going to be taken care of and that we didn't have nothing to worry about. I remember there was a time she was in a meeting and she answered the phone and said, "I'm in a meeting right now." I said, "Miss Lisa, you will never understand like what just happened." And I was hired at a job and with better pay, and it was just like a blessing. She congratulated me and took like 5 minutes out of her time to really talk about it and to, you know, just tell me how proud she was of me. So she always goes above and beyond. The idea of not having Miss Lisa in my life, probably I would not be where I'm at without her. And I probably still will be in a shelter. Caseworkers, good ones, are truly hard to find sometimes from experience, and they can change the world. They can change people. I don't think that I would be as successful, a good mom, a good job. I just would not have that. So I don't think I would be as good. I'd be okay, but not as good.
Hi, my name is Beatriz Martinez, and I'm a case manager with City Square. I started working doing my AmeriCorps internship at the food pantry with City Square when they were first on Haskell, and the pantry there, we cooked food for the homeless individuals that were in that area, and I was a front desk person. So I dealt with all the homeless individuals that came in, and I got to know them, and I built rapport with them, and I found out that I was able to build a relationship with them, and my relationship just started growing with each one of them, and I found that I had a passion for that. And of course, when City Square offered me an opening, a position opportunity, I thought that was where I needed to be. I think the fact that that I'm able to make a difference. Sometimes you think that you don't make a difference, but you do. I mean, maybe you weren't able to offer housing that day, or maybe you weren't able to help that neighbor find that job that day. But the fact that you were there to listen to them, I think makes the difference, and it's what motivates me to get up. My neighbors know that if they're on my caseload, they're not going to go through an assembly line, that they're going to come into my office, and I'm going to take the time to listen to them. And if I can at least accomplish for them when they walk out of my office to be re-energized and have hope again, to keep on fighting and to keep trying to achieve that housing, to achieve that job, to go back to school. If I'm able to do that with my neighbors, then I feel that I've accomplished my goal. You let them know that you're walking with them, that they're not alone, that you get to share. I'm sorry, it's just... You know, you get to share, you're walking with them, and I think at the end of the day, is our neighbors, our homeless neighbors, it's all they want. They just want to know that there's someone walking with them, that maybe things might not change tomorrow or the next month, but that they have their support, and I think that's all our neighbors want.
My name is Randy Wilkerson, and I've been in the shelter at the bridge for about 9 months. And during that time, I met my case manager, David, which turned out to be the best thing that could have happened to me, because he's a very good case manager. He keeps you on your toes, and he always has an open door. I can take you back to a time when I was in the pavilion, which we sleep on cots in the pavilion. And I said, well, David, I want to go upstairs because that's a transitional shelter. And I got discouraged a lot of times, and he would always say, just hang in there, man. You're going to make it, we'll be upstairs. And I just kept hanging in there and praying, and I went upstairs and I moved out. Everybody that come in contact with him knows that he have a passion for his job. The way he treat people, he can't treat everybody the same, but he takes time out and he talks to you and he listens. They say God put people in their lives, so I think he was put in my life for a reason.
Hi, my name is Craig Kidd, and I'm currently residing at the Samaritan Inn in McKinney. I was led there because for about 5 years I've been fighting the homelessness battle, and then I met with Brandy. She happened to be the caseworker that day that interviewed me, and there was a few other people. So whatever she saw in me, I'm grateful every day, because I have a roof over my head to give me an opportunity to try to get my life back together. When you first come in, everybody does it, including me. You're thinking, I gotta get a job now. I've gotta get a job now. I gotta get a job. I gotta get back on my feet. I gotta get a job. She was like, let's not focus on a job. Just relax. Just watch some TV, get a few days rest, sleep some, eat, and just hang out. That's what she was like. She was like, just hang out. And I was like, oh, okay. You don't need me to do anything? She goes, what I need you to do is take the first couple of weeks and hang out. It takes some getting used to the place. So that's where Brandy's really big, is comforting you in that time period and treating me as Craig. Brandy's very focused on, no, this is your journey, Craig, and I'm not going to judge you and your progress against somebody else's. She's a friend. Like, she's an authority figure, but I feel like she's my friend at the same time. And so I trust her with my life, and not because she has to be. Because like she was telling me the other day about some other things, trust has to be earned. So you don't just give it, but I trust her with my life, and as things are improving, I trust her opinion, almost to the point to where she has to tell me, you have to figure these things out on your own, Craig. So I'm afraid without her, the worst.
Hi, my name is Robert, and I've been at I was at Stupop for 2.5 years, and got the caseworker Cindy. She helped me get my birth certificate, get my state ID, and she got me started in Street Zine. And I started selling papers, which got me off the streets here, and now it's helped me land a job. She treated me like everybody else with respect, and ever since I respected her. And whatever she asked me, if she needed for me to come in and do VSR when there's no one else to show up, I go in and do it for her, help her out. She helped me so much that I don't know how to even repay her right now. I mean, everything that I've asked, for help with, she was there and she'd done it. I thought I wouldn't even be able to get my ID or get my birth certificate here. And she said, I can get it here for you. And she did. And she told me, she said, the best thing for me to do, keep my head up and pray to the Lord and go forward instead of backwards. And I've been going forward ever since.
Hello, my name is Johnny Thompson. I just want to say that I have really been eager to continue to work with Luis Moreno. He has brought me out a lot of homelessness for over the last 20 past years. So he's been able to help me to inspire me to be encouraged, to have a sense of hope, to help me develop self-sufficiency and just having self-efficacy. So he has helped me a lot in those areas. When I met Louis, he told me to be absolutely honest, to tell the absolute truth about myself, which will enable me to increase my self-confidence and help me to alleviate or get rid of some of those, bad qualities. Louis has unconditional support, regardless of what I'm going through or what I've done. He's never judgmental. He never puts me down. He never tells me I'm defeated. He said, let's just get over this and move forward, move past this, and then we can be better or do better. He's not judgmental. He does not try to identify himself as being better than. He gives me or shows me that we're all equal. Some days are good, some days are bad. I have made bad decisions, or bad outcomes towards my livelihood, but to say most of all, he's an all-around good person. Having Luis in my life has empowered me to have hope, to feel secure in what I'm doing, and the fact that I've been homeless over 28 years and having problems that I have to be dealing with alone. Working with Luis has taken a lot of the stress off of me and has enabled me to be self-sufficient.
So I'm Tiffani Price. I have been with the VA in varying roles, starting as an intern since January of 2015. I've been in my current position working with homeless veterans for a year this month. I got into this work specifically to work with veterans. My husband's a veteran, and we had an amazing caseworker when he got injured, and so I knew this is what I kind of wanted to do when I grew up. And then I had the opportunity to work in a substance abuse treatment program at the VA, and about 65% of the veterans that come through that program are homeless. And we were treating the substance abuse and then kind of sending them back out into an environment that wasn't necessarily the best for their recovery sometimes. And so I wanted to be a part of that change. So I tell this one story all the time. It's been the biggest impact on me working with homeless. City Square actually alerted us to a homeless veteran who was behind a gas station. And he had reported that he hadn't had medical care in about 40 years and said, you know what? I haven't talked to my family in a really long time. I've got these issues with my feet, and I think it's time to take care of them. But I kind of like to drink alcohol, and I don't want to leave my beer. And so we just kind of talked through that, and he said, you know what? I'm not getting medical care because I don't want to walk away from, this can of alcohol I have over here. And so I said, you know what? Drink your last can of alcohol and let's go to the VA. And he said, okay. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that. And so he opened it and really didn't even drink it. And he said, let's get substance abuse treatment. Like, take me to get into the VA to get treatment so that I can get medical care. And that's not a barrier for me anymore. And it was just, we don't see that. So it was amazing from start to finish. I think a lot of it is just validating the way that they feel. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's the VA, a private hospital, some kind of other community organization. People are going to have bad experiences, and allowing them to share those experiences and validating their feelings, their emotions, their experiences really helps to kind of create that relationship, that rapport. I feel like I say it all the time to my supervisors, but the thing that I love so much is just really how much connection there is between the organizations and the homeless arena in Dallas. I feel like it's a bigger problem than I ever knew existed. But with that, there are so many organizations I didn't know were out there. And so I love that we connect with each other. And when we don't have a resource, we know who we can call. And so we all the time come across veteran or non-veterans, and I have cards that I can give because I feel confident that these other organizations are going to assist the other homeless people that we come across.
My name is Dawn Clark, and I ended up in Hope's Door, domestic violence shelter. I initially walked in with 3 small kids and 2 garbage bags of clothes, and it was a very rough beginning. So I ended up at Hope's Door shelter for about 2.5 months, waiting to see if I could get into the housing, and I had Abigail Perales at first, and she was very nice. But unfortunately, things change and people leave. And then we got Kayla, and Kayla is wonderful. And I was moving into my newer apartments. It was just me and the movers, and I couldn't afford to pay the movers for all the time that was really needed to move what we had. And so I said, well, I got all this stuff. She stayed and she helped walk up and down these stairs until about 8 o'clock at night, And she made sure that I had everything packed up, ready to go. She took her own car and she went back and forth with us. So I don't think that is expected of a case manager. And she's, she did it. I know Hope's Door has been instrumental on breaking the cycle and addiction to domestic violence. For me, just like anybody else who has been a victim and or a survivor of domestic violence, you return to that same situation. Whether it's because of finances, because of, that's what you're used to, because you love the person who abuses you. You're attached to that person. Sometimes you're even addicted to the adrenaline. And for me, I might have gone back again. I might not be here.
Hi, Ms. Erica, this is James, James Hardaway. I'd like to say thank you personally for pushing me and guiding me and directing me and all the help you've given me along the way. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you other than still be homeless, but thank you, Ms. Erica. You're the greatest.
Miss Lisa, You have been the light of everything in my life, and I don't have enough to thank you. I don't have enough words to explain how much you have helped me and changed me, and you deserve everything. And I thank you for that.
David, I'd like to tell you how much you meant to me in this process. I mean, you were there when I needed to talk to somebody. You were there during the hard and the good times, and you're still there for me. You check on me, and what more can I say? You're a great person.
I want to say thank you. Talking about the journey, I feel like I'm only alive because you believed in me and you continue to. And I'm just so grateful that God put you there that day to take me in and to help me get back to me. And not just me, but a better me. A me that I haven't gotten to yet. And I'm excited about that process. And I don't dread it. So, thank you so much.
Thank you, Cindy, for all you've done. I appreciate it. And if you need anything from me, just get a hold of me. I will be there to help you. Thank you so much.
Luis, I just want to tell you how much I really appreciate you in my life and being in my life. Without you, I'd probably be dead right now. But God has put you in my life for a reason, and we both can work through what we're doing now to help me recover and to sustain a successful life and meet my achievements. Thank you so much, Luis, for all your help. Words cannot express my gratitude, but I'm so grateful. Thank you, Luis.
Kayla, you have been so inspirational and helping us and instrumental in helping us to come together as a family and to help us to find the next steps moving forward, that we're not stuck, that there is a future, and you helped us to get things on track. Without you, I wouldn't be anywhere where we are today. I've got so much going on and so many positives, so thank you.